What up, YouTube? And we back with another one, and we are headed, make sure my camera on, back to the UK. This is one y'all been asking for, and apparently I gotta have my ears on, and I gotta have them on tight. Akala, Fire in the Booth Part 1. Apparently I need to go 1 through 4, but I'm gonna just start with 1, and I hope I pronounce his name right, Akala. Y'all let me know. Anyway, this whole UK thing, I'm sure his accent is gonna be something I gotta get used to. I'm gonna miss bars, but I'm gonna catch a lot of them. But whatever I don't catch, I appreciate y'all, man, and I know y'all gonna have me in the comments and describe things that I don't know, or things that just aren't familiar to me. It works that way with this whole UK thing, American thing. So I appreciate y'all, man, and apparently I'm gonna get tested with this one, but I appreciate y'all. Continue to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that stuff, man. New goal is 5K, man. Let's get them numbers up, man. If you're new here, I try to catch all the bars, play the whole song. If you're into those type of breakdown / reaction, go ahead and subscribe and turn on them notifications. All right. With no further hesitation, Wolfpac, let's go.
Know you gonna dig this.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Yo. Okay, yo.
I like you. You're like a tiger.
Yes, I grew up on a dole in a single parent family. Been through a little bit of tragedy. Yes, I was around drugs and violence before the day that I started secondary. That's part of it, not half.
Okay. He is a little bit different. But I did hear he said he grew up, he was already around violence and drugs before he started secondary. I'm guessing that's before he started elementary school or second grade. I don't know. We don't say secondary over here, but I'm just assume he got around it before he started elementary school or something like that. Then he said that's not all of it. That's only part of it. Like, that's only part of the reason why I am the way I am. Not all of the reason why.
A tragedy. Yes, I was around drugs and violence before the day that I started secondary. That's part of it, not half of it. Get the picture, the rest ain't necessary. Growing up, got a little.
He said that's part of it, not half of it. I tried to jump ahead, but apparently that's part of it, not even half of it. Like, come on now.
That I started secondary, that's part of it, not half of it. Get the picture, the rest ain't necessary. Growing up, got a little caught up. That ain't even half of my life. Also given the knowledge of self, that is all we actually need to survive. If you saw me, age 9.
Knowledge of self is all you actually need to survive. Okay. I hear you. This is finna be a long one. This is finna irritate me. Let's go.
For my life, also given the knowledge of self, that is all we actually need to survive. If you saw me, age 9, reading Malcolm, just fine. Teachers still treated me stupid. Students that couldn't speak English, they put me in groups with. The irony is, some of the first man to give me schooling.
Okay, he said if you saw me at the age of 9, I was reading Malcolm X just fine, but the teacher still treated me stupid and had me in class with people who couldn't even speak English. Like, they thought he was slow or something, but he's saying, like, I'm reading Malcolm X right now and I'm doing just fine, but y'all aren't, you're not even trying to teach me. Like, maybe they wasn't testing them enough
to survive. If you saw me, age 9, reading Malcolm, just fine. Teachers still treated me stupid. Students that couldn't speak English, they put me in groups with. The irony is, some of the first man to give me schooling, you were called youngsters. How you already explained that we know what the truth is. They used to.
The first people that actually teaching them schooling or any lessons, you call them gangsters. Come on now. Raised by the streets.
I'm the first man to give me schooling, you were called youngsters. How you already explained that we know what the truth is. They used to say don't be like me. Yeah, I got a name and don't on the street. Nighttime comes, I can't sleep. It's the part that rappers don't speak. We don't hit the road cause we're thugs. Don't come out the room, wanna sell drugs. If we got the right guidance and love, would we fight people just like us? How could I knock the hustle to get?
Oh, I ain't never gonna get through this. I can't even remember it all, but he said the gangsters told him the truth from the jump. You don't want to be like me. When I go home, I can't sleep at night and stuff like that. Then he said, we don't want to come out the womb selling drugs. Like, this is not what we are born and want to do. We don't want to have to rob, steal, and, kill to survive. But it's what we have to do because of where we at right now. Come on, come on. Y'all knew I would like that shit. Come on, he barring. GTB.
Comes, I can't sleep. It's the part that rappers don't speak. We don't hit the road cause we're thugs. Don't come out the room, wanna sell drugs. If we got the right guidance and love, would we fight people just like us? How could I knock the hustle to get by? How do you think I ate as a child? Judge no one, done many things wrong.
There it is. He said, oh my God, what did he say? I missed it. I had it and I missed it.
we're thugs. Don't come out the room, wanna sell drugs. If we got the right guidance and love, would we fight people just like us?
If we got the right guidance and love, we wouldn't fight people just like us. And then he went on to say, like, how you think I ate sometimes at night? It's because I had to rob, because I had to steal, like, I had to do it.
How could I knock the hustle to get by? How do you think I ate as a child? Judge no one, done many things wrong. Just don't boast about it in songs, but listen to my older bars. I was just as confused as you probably are, but you grow when you learn. Travel and cut, one too many man, you know, get caught up. One too many man that could have been doctors, end up spending the whole life boxed up. You learn if you study, so set out just to make them money.
Lots of men that could have been doctors end up boxed up. They end up locked up when they could have been more. But he said it like in the bar before, like how could I not rob a house when that was like the only way I could eat that night? Like I had to do it. Sometimes we're put in positions where, like Tupac said, like I never did a crime that I didn't have to do. Like some of these people feel like it's the only way to survive. They don't know it's any other way. They don't even know anything outside of their neighborhood. That's why they're willing to grow up, live, and die there, because they don't know it's a bigger world out there. Some people ain't ever even left their own, like, county lines. Like, they just don't know.
Just end up spending the whole life boxed up. You learn if you study, so set out just to make them money. No cover, it's all about getting poor people to fight with one another. So it's logical that us killing our brothers, dissing our mothers is right in line with the dominant philosophy of our time. But time is a cycle, not a line. Comes back around, you regain your mind. You be ready for the energy I challenge in my rhyme. Remedy the pedigree, the jeopardy your mind when the world's this. Leverage is a crime. We can all fight with our brothers over crime.
Hold up, he done switched it up. Hold up.
People to fight with one another, so it's logical that us killing our brothers, dissing our mothers is right in line with the dominant philosophy of our time. But time is a cycle, not a line. Comes back around, you regain your mind. You be ready for the energy I challenge in my rhyme. Remedy the pedigree, the jeopardy your mind when the world's this. Leverage is a crime. We can all fight with our brothers over crumbs. Harder to fight the one who makes guns. We can all talk get $2. Harder to be the one who seeks knowledge. If we understood economics with no money's nothing, think nothing of it. Money.
He say it's harder to fight the ones that make the guns.
In your mind, you be ready for the energy I challenge in my rhyme. Remedy the pedigree, the jeopardy your mind when the world's this. Leverage is a crime. We can all fight with our brothers over crumbs. Harder to fight the one who makes guns. We can all.
It's easy to fight with my brothers over crumbs, but it's harder to fight the makers of the guns, like the bigger people. It's easy to fight the people who I'm around all the time, but it's not as easy for me to go after those who put us in these positions that we are.
The world this leverage is a crime. We can all fight with our brothers over crumbs. Harder to fight the one who makes guns. We can all talk get $2. Harder to be the one who seeks knowledge. If
we could all talk shit and get $2, but it's harder to be the one that seeks knowledge. Bible says men perish from lack of knowledge. A lot of the things that we should know, they keep from us. Like Dave said, it's hard to know our history when they're erasing it. In their song Black, which is my favorite song by Dave. Salute, bro. He made me cry off of that one. But yeah, come on.
Harder to fight the one who makes guns. We can all talk get $2. Harder to be the one who seeks knowledge. If we understood economics with no money's nothing, think nothing of it. Money is a means to get wealth, not the wealth itself, and don't get confused.
Money is the means to get wealth, but it is not wealth itself. Already a minute into the damn song. This is what y'all wanted. I ain't gonna catch everything, but I'm gonna catch this shit. I caught that shit. That's for sure. I caught that. Give me that. More steam. Like, money is a means to get wealth, but it is not the only thing that makes you wealthy. That's why a lot of these celebrities and stuff like that commit suicide and everything like that. But you like, they so rich, how are they sad? Because money is not everything. Some people feel like they're wealthy just with the love of their family, the love that they got people around them that actually truly love them. Like they're broke as can be, but they got their family, they got love, they got a roof over their head. They feel wealthy because that's all they need. Some people feel like they need money for wealth and for satisfaction, but that's not always true. They say money can't buy you love and can't buy happiness. That saying is true. I do think it can help, but it's not everything.
Far from broke, all that you see me do, I do get wealth. Not the wealth itself, and don't get confused. Far from broke. All that you see me do, I own, but I won't hang what I make around my neck. I know from where that the diamonds came, but I do literally own a line.
He said, I won't hang a rope around my neck because I know where them diamonds came from. The diamonds of Sierra Leone come from Africa. He's saying, I won't do that to my people. I got you.
I own, but I won't hang what I make around my neck. I know from where that the diamonds came, but I do literally own a library that definitely costs more than your chain. And businesses and property, far from starving. I eat quite properly, and I don't care. Just said it for the kids who need to know.
He said, I do got some ropes though, but don't worry about it because it costs more than what you can think of. But I also own businesses and properties. Like, I'm eating just fine. Like, he's saying, I may not look flashy, but I got money. Don't get it twisted. Come on now.
And businesses and property, far from starving. I eat quite properly, and I don't care. Just said it for the kids who need to know you're not broke to listen. Don't know what asset from a liability.
You need to know you're not broke to listen. Oh my goodness.
Properly, and I don't care. Just said it for the kids who need to know you're not broke to listen. Don't know what asset from a liability. They've never been shown or told the difference, so they don't change situation. Richest man in Britain is Asian. That's significant, not coincidence. Asian people build businesses not by flossing, going out shopping, giving up the culture for everyone's profit. Who runs Bollywood? Indian people. Who runs our ish? So we shake our ass and dance as if race.
Oh my goodness, what is going on?
The difference, so they don't change situation. Richest man in Britain is Asian. That's significant, not coincidence. Asian people build businesses not by flossing, going out shopping, giving up the culture for everyone's profit. Who runs Bollywood?
He said Asians don't have to do what we do. They're not giving up their culture for everyone's profit. It's like Dave said in Black, like they use our features whenever they want, and they're loud in our laughter and silent in our suffering. He's saying Asian people don't do that. They build businesses. They don't give out all the stuff they do. And then he said, who owns Bollywood? Like, it's those people that own it. But who owns our shit? White people. I got you. I got you.
People build businesses not by flossing, going out shopping, giving up the culture for everyone's profit. Who runs Bollywood? Indian people. Who runs our ish? So we shake our ass and dance as if racism just upped and vanished. But has it? No, it's right on course. You're beaten so bad you're trained to ignore. Let me not just make sweeping statements.
Racism has not vanished. It's right on course, and it's beating you so bad that you choose to ignore it. Come on now.
Vanish, but has it? No, it's right on course. You're beaten so bad you're trained to ignore. Let me not just make sweeping statements. Give me a second, I'll explain it. For small amounts of drug possession, there's more black people in jail in America than there is for rape and armed robbery and murder all put together. You can say they're just locking up top.
1 ounce of drugs in America. He's saying there's more black people in jail for that than rape and all that shit that he said all put together. So it's showing you that there is a systematic system in place for us to fail while others will flourish.
In America than there is for rape and armed robbery and murder all put together. You can say they're just locking up thugs. Imagine they're in prison every middle class kid that had ever held drugs. Oh, that's right, that'd be your kids. Bigger than that. What is?
Imagine if every middle style, or what did he say?
And that is for rape and armed robbery and murder all put together. You can say they're just locking up thugs. Imagine they're in prison every middle class kid that had
middle class. That's what I couldn't think of. But he's saying you say they just locking up thugs, but he's saying imagine if they locked up every middle class kid that had drugs. And he's saying, oh wait, you won't do that because those are your kids. Lower class and all that poverty stricken areas don't affect you, so you don't worry about it. But if they're locking up the middle class, upper class kids, those are your kids. Those are your family members. That's you.
Ever held drugs? Oh, that's right, that'd be your kids. Bigger than that, what is going on with this? Prison in America's private business. They get paid $50K per year per inmate by the state. Just wait, also legally are allowed to use their prison inmates as slaves. Cheap slave labor, big corporations, they come out of jail when they can't get a job. So when we celebrate going to jail, we are literally celebrating enslavement. Add to that.
Ooh. Jesus Christ. Okay, y'all wasn't playing when y'all said this was going to be alone. Okay, he said jails here in America get paid per prisoner. I think he said 50,000, whatever like that. So he's saying, and then they are literally being paid to enslave the criminals. So he's saying when we are celebrating people going to jail, we are literally celebrating slavery because they are being paid for these criminals to do work. Come on now.
That the hood that you live in, get a job. So when we celebrate prison inmates as slaves, cheap slave labor, big corporations, they come out of jail when they can't get a job. So when we celebrate going to jail, we are literally celebrating enslavement. Add to that the hood that you live in, engineered social condition that breeds crime by design. Where do you think you get your man? You can say that they're just black, but I like to deal with facts. In the 1920s, you would have found in America black towns, prospering centers of economics to education to make you proud. But some people couldn't bear that the former slaves would not just slide down to the KKK and other hate groups. Burn those towns to the ground, killing hundreds if it ain't understood. You think you were always living in the hood? It's only been 60 years since they hung blacks and burned them, and that was so cool. They were your baskets, picnic baskets, even gave kids the day off school. Go see a lynching, have a picnic, it's fun to.
Somebody stop him. Somebody stop him. Damn. He said, there was a town in 1920s where the slaves wouldn't just lie down. They had their own businesses and stuff like that. The Klan and everything like that got upset. They burned them towns to the ground. And then he went on to say, like, you think that you've been like you've been living free all these years, but it's only been 60 years since there was, like, you know what I'm saying, segregation and all of that stuff. So he's giving you knowledge right here. He's spitting facts. This is like a history lesson right here. Come on now.
Just slide down to the KKK and other hate groups. Burn those towns to the ground, killing hundreds if it ain't understood. You think you were always living in the hood? It's only been 60 years since they hung blacks and burned them, and that was so cool. They were your baskets, picnic baskets, even gave kids the day off school.
He said it was so cool for them when they hung and burned black people that they gave the kids the day off school, and they had picnic baskets to celebrate and stuff like that. That was only 60 years ago. Like, don't get it twisted like it was millions of years ago. It wasn't.
Go see a lynching, have a picnic, it's fun to watch the little monkeys die. And people act a little dysfunctional. You wanna pretend that you don't know why. If your color means you can be killed and you're powerless to get justice about it, is it difficult to figure out how you would then end up feeling about it? And that ain't excuses, just dealing with the roots of abuses.
Yes, if the color you're born with can be the reason that you can't get justice or anything about like that, or that you can be killed just because you're born with the color. Like, is it hard to imagine that you can get angry that that's happening to you? Like, that you can have a problem with being mistreated and being judged on the color of your skin. Like, come on now.
It's difficult to figure out how you would then end up feeling about it, and that ain't excuses, just dealing with the roots of abuses that make a reality. We're a generation of young men speak of ourselves as dirt casually. That's America, this Britain, something similar, some different. In this country, the first enslaved were the working class. What's changed? Worse jobs, worse conditions, most tax. Look where you live and yet you go to the pub. Friday night you will fight with a guy, don't know what for, won't fight with a guy. Suit and a tie who send your kids to die in a war. They don't send the kids to the rich or the politicians, it's your kids, the poor British. They're the same to go and die in a foreign land for these wars that you don't understand. Yeah, they say you are British and that lovely patriotism they feed you, but in reality you have more in common with immigrants than with your leaders. I know both sides of my family, black and white, a fed ghetto mentality.
You have more in common with immigrants than you do your leaders. And he's saying, what's the difference? Okay, that's America, and over here in Britain, there are some things that are the same and there are some things that are different, but the facts remain the same. The black people have the worst jobs. The black people are low income. The black people are still poor. The black people will still fight themselves in a bar, but they won't fight a man in a suit and a tie. Like, come on now.
Reality in this system, poor people dirt regardless of shade. But with that said, let's not pretend that everything is the same. When our grandparents came here to Britain, if you had a criminal record you couldn't get in. That ain't protecting from all of the stupid abuses they will be living. Kicked in the teeth, stabbed in the street, many times firebombed our houses, put feces through our letterbox, and of course the cops did so much about it. Daily, up to the 80s, people spitting in my palm cause I was a baby. But of course, that has had no effect on why today we are crazy. And none of this was for any good reason. They were just dark and breathing to ease the guilt now for all of this treatment, constant stereotypes are needed. So if I celebrate how big the bricks that are flipping, clips that are sticking, chicks that I'm hitting, I'm playing my position. But if I teach a kid to be a mathematician, messing with the schism, how they gonna feel it?
He said, if I'm talking about drugs that I'm flipping, if I'm talking about girls that I'm fucking in, and all this, and how much money I got, now I'm playing my position, I'm playing my role. I have no problems. But if I'm teaching kids that they can be more than that, if I'm teaching them to be mathematicians and, you know, to go further and be more, then he's a problem. Come on.
Clips that are sticking, chicks that I'm hitting, I'm playing my position. But if I teach a kid to be a mathematician, messing with the schism, how they gonna fill a prison when materialism is no longer our religion? What do you think we got now in Britain? Just like America, private prison for profit. That mean when your kids go jail, people make money off it. So keep environments that breed crime, build more jails at the same time.
Yes. Prisons for profit. That means whenever one of your kids go to jail, they get money. So what you want to do, you want to keep environments that breed crime so that you can make a profit. It's like I said in the day video, if you have an area densely populated with a lack of resources, lack of jobs, lack of everything down there, they are going to fight for the scraps. At that point, it's survival of the fittest. Animals' ambition. Get got or get them. You or them. Like, and that's how they look at it every day. Rather me than you. Like, it's not going down. Either way it goes, somebody's going to get got. I hear you. I hear you.
That mean when your kids go jail, people make money off it. So keep environments that breed crime, build more jails at the same time. Market badness to the kids in the rhymes. Long as rich kids ain't dying, it's fine. Get them to the point where some are so lost they actually believe if they don't celebrate killing themselves off, that it's because they're soft. Was Malcolm soft? Was Marley soft? Tell me, was Marcus?
Ooh, he said that you embedded it so far in their brain that they actually believe that if they don't celebrate killing another black man, that they're soft. Like if they ain't rapping about killing and shooting another dude, that they soft. But he's saying, was Malcolm soft? Was Martin Luther King soft? You can't be soft taking that type of abuse. Verbally, physically, you can't be soft. And Malcolm wasn't no punk. He struck fear into his own people. And that's why they killed him. But you know what I'm saying? Like it's woo.
It's because they're soft. Was Malcolm soft? Was Marley soft? Tell me, was Marcus Garvey soft? Well, was Muhammad Ali soft?
Right.
Nah, I think not, but they want us
Was
to.
Muhammad Ali soft? They tried to send him to Vietnam. If you don't know, they tried to send Muhammad Ali to Vietnam in the middle of his pro career. He said, no, I will not go over there because Vietnam and ain't no Viet Cong my problem. Like, white man, you are my oppressor. Ain't no Viet Cong calling me nigga. Ain't no Viet Cong giving me problems. Ain't no Viet Cong suppressing my people. You are my suppressor. You are my problem. You are the reason why. Like, what I'm going to go over there and fight for? And they locked him up for years. But he stood on that. And when he got out, he still won his title back. And he still became the greatest athlete of all time, in my opinion, because he stood for more than just boxing. Come on now. Come on, bro.
Think that the vote is cool, being on vote is all we could do. We don't control the wholesale production, so who benefits from us moving the food? Or thinking there's no way out of old life, but Malcolm X used to hustle on the roadside. And Marcus Garvey organized more than 6 million people with no Facebook or Twitter. Why is it something you can't eat? One of my own homeboys did a 10 straight in the boxing yard. Now what's he doing? Passing his doctorate. Don't tell me that it's too hard. We'll change him to believe it.
One of his homeboys went to jail. They did 10 in the boxing yard. I'm guessing he just mean he did 10 in jail. But he's saying, and now what is he doing? He's working on his doctorate. Like, it has to be like rehabilitation in jail. It's not just supposed to be to keep you there in a cycle of violence and like for you to just perish away. It's supposed to be fixing your behavior, like giving you another chance to learn from your mistakes. Come on now.
Syria, Songbo, Ebedo in Nigeria are the remains of an ancient moat dug 1,000 years ago, 20 meters wide, 70 down. Round the remains of an ancient town that's 400 square miles around. 400 square miles around. Please don't believe me, it was a documentary on BBC, but we ain't studying history. Too busy watching MTV, and MTV said wear platinum. Now everybody wanna go and wear platinum. And
he said there's a town built underneath the ground that was found that's, I believe he said 400 miles around. That's a giant town. But nobody cares about that because nobody's watching the History Channel or BBC. They're watching MTV, and MTV saying, get a platinum chain, a platinum watch, and a platinum ring. Like, that's what they putting out there, and they not telling you your history.
MTV said pop magnums. Now everybody wanna go and pop magnum. If MTV said drink prune juice, you will start hearing that in tune soon. Hey, today I wore my Cartier. Is it now more important what I got to say? Oh, and I drive a Mercedes, by the way, so everybody listen to what I got to say. Does that make you all happy? But my head's still nappy. Think for myself, since I'm mad at me. But on the mic, not one batters me. All of this here's good for the rhymes. Put us in the same place at the same time, and it's clear to everybody I'm out of my mind. Some of these guys are running out of their rhymes. Clear to everybody that has got ears. I'm the guy that they just might fear, that they wanna get near, but they can't have a peer. Oh dear, I'm hard liquor, you just like beer. Front on the kid for another 5 years. Come to my shows and some criteria mean that much to him. It's a movement. I don't speak for myself, but a unit. Black, white, man, woman. Anyone who respects truth, we put in. Dudes are like no dinner, we're just putting. Yeah, it's
black or white, man or woman. Anyone who respects truth, I'm speaking to them. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. I'm speaking knowledge and I'm speaking power into you. Like, because I want it to be more than just about money, cars, clothes, and hoes. Because he said if MTV told you this to drink prune juice, that you would start hearing that in a rapper's song about prune juice. Like, come on, I got you. I see you.
Black, white, man, woman, anyone who respects truth we put in. Dudes are like no dinner, we're just pudding. Yeah, you're sweet but no substance pudding. You can never ever be with a level on.
Just sweet but no substance pudding. Like, there's nothing more to you other than that you're sweet. Come on.
Dudes are like no dinner, we're just pudding. Yeah, you're sweet but no substance pudding. You can never ever be with a level on. Our songs get played out there in Lebanon. We speak for the people properly, not for the old fat guys in offices and the girls loving. Ain't fair, you can't even be bothered to comb his hair. Anyway, that's enough kissing my own ass. Back to the more important task of being so shower. I got half the hood screaming, knowledge is power. And I ain't saying that'll change rap, that, but I do know this for a.
Said he got the whole hood screaming, knowledge is power. Come on, bro.
I got half the hood screaming, knowledge is power. And I ain't saying that'll change rap, that, but I do know this for a fact. Right now there's a you on your block with his hands on his face screwed up. So he don't care, don't give a that he won't let nobody call his bluff, but the words go in. Open your chakras, once that's happened there is no going backwards. You start to see what is really happening. Who the enemy you should be attacking is. So read, stuck on the block, read, sitting in the box, read, don't let them say what you can achieve.
Yes.
When people are enslaved, one of the first things they do is stop them reading. Cause it is well understood that intelligent people will take their freedom. Cause if we knew our power, we would understand we can't be held down. If we knew our
If we knew our power, we would understand we can't be held down. He said if you own the block, read. If you stuck in the box, read. Like, continue to gain knowledge, because that is what strikes fear into them. Their worst fear is that you will know, like, what your strength is. You will know that you are strong. Like, you will know that you are something that they don't let them tell you what you are. Read and know for yourself. I believe one of those quotes is like, what is your worst fear? And it's fear, and it's that I am, more powerful than I can ever measure, or something like that. Like, that's the fear of them. Like, they think like, okay, if they truly know their history, if they truly know who they are, we're gonna have some problems here. There actually might not be no problems if y'all just do right by people and be kind and be equal, be fair. Like, y'all wouldn't have to worry about nothing much. You know what you've done for so long that you're worried about if we figure it out that it's going to be revenge. And it might not be. You know what I'm saying? I seen a quote online that said, you guys are lucky we want equality and not revenge, because then it would be even bigger problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, that type of thinking. This man is spitting.
intelligent people will take their freedom. Cause if we knew our power, we would understand we can't be held down. If we knew our power, we would not elevate not one of these clowns. If we knew our power,
yes.
We wouldn't get arrogant when we get 2 pennies. If we knew our power, we would see what everybody sees, that we're rich.
Yes, he said you wouldn't elevate these clowns, and if you knew your power, you wouldn't get arrogant when you get 2 pennies. Like, you wouldn't be flashing money and throwing money around. You wouldn't be elevating. Come on, bro.
We wouldn't get arrogant when we get 2 pennies. If we knew our power, we would see what everybody sees, that we're rich already. But never mind, MCs
We would see what everyone else sees, that we are rich already. Come on.
Run for your mummy, I'm hungry, I run for my tummy. That's enough, back to worshipping money. I'm off, back to the study.
That's it. Man! Please be it. That's it. I hope that's it. Is that it?
Hey, brother!
Mike has been burned.
Illustrate Records. Nah,
They ain't lying about the mic being burnt, because my shit smoking. I didn't catch everything. I know I did. I couldn't have. I couldn't have. I just thinking back on the bar, like he said one day, he said that I know this may not change rap, but like at least it will get the message out there. I ain't never heard somebody speak so much positivity in a bar and still know that he's about that life, but know that he ain't gotta stay in that lane. He said, just keep reading. He reiterated that like 10 times. Knowledge is power. Like, know. If you know better, you'll do better. Like, the more you know, the stronger you are. Like, that was fire, y'all. GTB, I'm calling right now that he is on Bar Street. Because that was just a first class ass whooping in history and knowledge. Like, that was like, I should have had a notebook with pen, paper. I should have been taking notes. Like, and there's 3 more parts of this. I'm gonna do them all. That was great. That was dope. That was dope. Y'all let me know what y'all caught and which ones I missed. I know I missed some, and I know some of the stuff is UK and all that, but y'all let me know down below. I know y'all gonna be in the comments. I'm gonna be down there with y'all, and I love for y'all like give me knowledge on situations that I'm not too aware of over there and things like that. So I appreciate y'all, man. Got love for y'all. Continue to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that stuff. We will be back once I buy some new headphones. I appreciate y'all, man. Wolfpac will be back. Let's go.